Hey, let's get into it. I grew up on the east coast of Canada with what most of you would consider probably a strong accent. My car is not parked far from the harbor. It was a product of my environment. When I moved west, the way that I spoke changed as I was influenced by the accents of people around me. Have you ever noticed how quickly we start to pick up the habits of people who we spend the most time with? We don't usually see it, kind of notice it happening in the moment, but over time, what's around you starts to get into you. It's how influence works. We think we're just observing, but Peter reminds us here that something deeper is always happening beneath the surface. 1 Peter 14 to 16. 1 Peter 1, 14 to 16. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. But as he who called you is holy, you also be holy in all your conduct. Since it's written, you shall be holy, for I am holy. Peter starts this with identity. Um, he says, as obedient children. He doesn't start with like behavior modification. You need to do better. He starts with belonging. If you are in Christ, you are not defined by your old self, your old desires, your past patterns, the culture around you. That doesn't define you anymore. If you are in Christ, you are now defined as a child of God. That's our identity. And children are formed by the character of their father. Peter says, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. Conformed, that word is important. It means being shaped from the outside in, like something being formed in a mold under pressure. Peter's saying there was a time when your desires, things you yearned for, they were being formed by things that didn't lead to life. We don't recognize it. Um, you may have thought you were just living in freedom, but in reality, those desires were shaped by ignorance, by not knowing or seeing God clearly, not understanding His truth, not knowing where real life is found. But now, hopefully, in your life, knowing Jesus, something has changed. You've been called into the light. And so Peter says, don't let what shaped your old life continue shaping your new one. Don't let your old desires, those old things of the world, keep discipling you. Um, don't let the world quietly kind of influence and redefine what you love. Instead, he says, as he who called you is holy, so be holy in all your conduct. Holiness means essentially just belonging to God in such a way that it changes everything about you. It's not about acting or pretending to be religious. It's about reflecting the character of the one that we belong to. Because if God is holy, then his children should look like him. That means holiness needs to show up just in everyday real life and the things that we laugh at and the things that we pursue and how we speak when we're frustrated, how we treat people who can't benefit you, and what you do when no one is watching. And he's not calling for surface level behavior change. He's calling for this deep formation. Because the question here, it's not just what am I avoiding, it's what's shaping me, what is influencing and forming me. And we're always being shaped by something. The world forms people through pressure, repetition, exposure, but God forms his people through truth, through his presence, um, and through his voice. When God forms us, he doesn't just make us um, different for different sake. He makes us holy so we can reflect him in a world that's forgotten what he's like. The call, it's simple but weighty. Don't be shaped by what you used to belong to. Be shaped by the Holy One who has called you. Because when God forms his children, he sends them into the world as this living reflection of him. What is forming you? What is shaping you? What is influencing you? Wherever you find yourself, God goes with you today.